After week 6 in the NFL, we're asking this question. Are the Pack back? I'm Butch Stearns. Time for Cold Hard Football Facts on Football Nation. Hi, everybody. I'm Butch Stearns of the Pulse Network. He is Kerry Byrne of Cold Hard Football Facts. Well, are the Pack back, Kerry?
Well, they were back in a big way this week. You know, we had all wondered what was wrong with Green Bay, 2-3 after the 15-1 season last year. Going into Houston, a team that was statistically dominant all year, a whitewash, Butch. I don't know if you saw it coming. I know you had the Giants beating the 49ers. That was a great prediction. But I don't think even you had the Packers walking into Houston and doing what they did to
Well, it's interesting to me, and I think it amplifies two things, and your numbers back this up, that the good teams will rise to the top before the end of the season, and the good teams are usually all about the quarterbacks.
Yep. But the thing is, after the reason, when you look at a team who has a poor record, and again, the Packers were 2-3, Aaron Rodgers was not putting up near close to the level of 2011 numbers. I mean, let's run down some of them right now. They were 28th in passing yards per attempt, not getting the ball downfield. 11th, you know.
This was heading into the
Houston game. 11th in real quarterback rating and pretty good 6th in offensive passer rating. But by the way, going into one of probably the best pass defenses in football in Houston, so we did not have great expectations for what Aaron Rodgers was going to do.
And these are the numbers after they beat Houston. Now look at how they
wrote
5, 7, and 5 places.
They are now back #1 in offensive passer rating. After that one game against the best pass defense, or what we thought was the best pass defense in football, this is a team that rose dramatically in the space of one game. And what a difference, we see it all the time in the NFL, what a difference 1 week can make.
So how much of a factor of them rising in your numbers, your Cold Hard Football Facts there, was them and what they did well in just this 1 week, but also how many of the other teams did so badly?
Well, a lot of teams did poorly, but you know, the Packers have had a tough schedule. They've played 4 quality opponents so far, more than any other team. So now you look at it and say, wait a minute, this is a team, maybe their numbers weren't great, but playing a lot of tough opponents. And I'm telling you, I was really impressed by that Houston team in their first 5 games. And to get beat down like that, not only were they beat down, one of the great historic passing performances in the history of football, we call it the 300-6-0 club. There's only 6 quarterbacks in history passed for 300 yards in a game, 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And Aaron Rodgers joined that club. Not only that, he joined that club against one of the best pass defenses in football. I think the Pack is back when you can do that against a great Houston team.
When you look at that stat right there, why Tittle and Rippon, I'm not sure, but Peyton Manning did it against New Orleans in his homecoming in 03 down there where his dad played. Brady did it in 07 in the undefeated regular season in Miami, and then he did it in the snow
in 2009.
against Tennessee.
By the way, they won, the Patriots won that game 59-0, tied for the biggest blowout in NFL history since World War II, and did that in the snow with that great game. One other guy belongs in that list, Steve Young. These were only regular season performances. Steve Young did it in the Super Bowl against the Chargers all those years ago. The game he got the monkey off his back and led the 49ers to their 5th and final Super Bowl. So, you know, some pretty impressive performances. But in the case of Rodgers, he beat an undefeated team. And by the way, Y.A. Tittle, I know that's old school, but when he joined that club, he beat the undefeated Redskins. They were 4-0-2 coming into that day. He beat them. They won 1 more game the rest of the year. I wonder if Houston will fall apart in the wake of that performance.
So great numbers to back this segment up. So let's go right back to finish it with the question, are the Pack back? I look at 3 road games they have the rest of the year. At the New York Giants on Sunday Night Football after Thanksgiving. At Chicago, who's rising in your rankings. And at Minnesota to end the season. The answer to the question, I would imagine, goes right to Aaron Rodgers.
Well, you know, if he plays well and he continues to play well, that means everything. But, you know, we saw last year that defense struggled so badly, which is the reason they ultimately lost in the playoffs, the Packers defense. So they need some improvements there. And by the way, don't sleep on Chicago. Nobody's talking about them right now, a statistical dynamo, and I don't think football fans are looking enough at how good Chicago's been.
Are the Pack back? That's the question we asked. Kerry Byrne answers it with stats that back up that Aaron Rodgers says yes, at least for this week. I'm Butch Stearns. He's Kerry Byrne. This is Cold Hard Football Facts on Football Nation.